Hello, this is Mark Sobowitz with a Clarion Voice. Today we are starting a new segment here on A Clarion Voice where we're going to be interviewing spiritual leaders of the community. And today we are pleased to have Danelle Craycraft, the executive pastor of Out of the Mire Ministries, with us. Danelle, welcome to A Clarion Voice.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay. So tell me, Danelle, what does Out of the Mire Ministries do?
So Out of the Mire Ministries has a few ministries within it. Our heart is to love everybody where they're at, obviously. We're non-denominational, generational, from young to old. And currently we have hubs, which stands for His United Bride, but they're small, intimate groups that meet throughout the week, and they're all different. And I think we love that because you have to realize that, so my husband is in sales. Okay. And so we were never able to go to church on Sundays because he always worked, or I was always going by myself, or whatever that looks like. So everybody's day of rest is different, or everybody's time where they can get together in community and get fed and give out what they have and then receive, for what others are giving them. It's all different. And so we really felt like, in general, the church kind of had to change in that way, that it can't always be about a Sunday. And so right now we have 3 hubs. We have a Monday night hub. We have a Tuesday night hub that's starting this coming Tuesday. And we have a Thursday night hub. And some are geared more towards teaching, some are geared more towards the spiritual gifts, and some are geared towards, even just, why do I believe who God says he is? It's more of like, I guess, apologetics and that kind of stuff, and understanding like, I just got saved type of stuff. And so maybe I need to go to a group that's going to disciple me to understand really what I believe. A lot of times people just get saved because of the experience of it and something touches their heart, but then the discipleship comes. Okay. And then we also do other things that people can go online, and there's like, we do dream interpretation. You can get a prophetic word, and we also do pastoral counseling and inner healing. Now,
what is the difference between the pastoral counseling and the inner healing? How is that approached in your sessions with people?
Yeah, that's a good question. So pastoral counseling is more towards like discipleship in somebody's life. For example, someone could say, hey, I'm working at, Target, and, I really want to know how I can be the best me, more Christ-like within my place of work or within the family unit. And it's more about developing character that's Christ-like, whereas inner healing really deals with the inner wounds that we've received through trauma, through abandonment, through pain. And a lot of times people can't see them, or people can see them because they manifest, in anger or depression or anxiety. And you'll see, and everybody's different depending on, what they've been through in life.
Now, with the coronavirus pandemic and all the problems that we're experiencing, are you seeing an increase in people coming to you for counseling or inner healing?
Yes. We're getting a lot of people who need inner healing. And I think, and I'm not sure if it's because of all the stuff that's being exposed, especially with like all the sex trafficking and all these kids that have been, taken and that are being found. And I don't know if because a lot of times that can stir up our own stuff as where you can identify with somebody. Like maybe you had a parent who was verbally abusive or physically abusive, or it could have been a teacher or somebody close to you that made you feel unless what God wants us to feel, which is worthy, but they made you feel unworthy to be a human. And I think a lot of times when those types of situations, people see them, they can trigger our own wounds. And so, yeah, we're kind of getting a lot of those people who have had abusive parents, and they went into drugs because of it. People who were a victim of sexual abuse and that kind of stuff.
Now, do you find that there are people that are coming to you because of domestic violence issues, because of the quarantining that's happened nowadays? It seems to have developed to be more of a problem than it has been in the past. Do you have people that have come to you about that?
I currently, we might. I know we have some new people that are starting. We have multiple ministers that work here at Out of the Mire, so it's kind of nice. So you're not getting bombarded with a lot of, cases, because that can be difficult for your own personal life. Everything is everything should be in balance. So we do have some new people coming in. That could be the case. I personally don't have any domestic, physical. There has been verbal, but not necessarily the physical aspect of people being physically beaten or.
Okay. So as a part of the counseling program that Out of the Mire has, what kind of protections do you give to the person as far as the information that's being discussed? I mean,
yeah, we're absolutely HIPAA compliant.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing. We have everybody signs confidentiality clauses. It's not talked about. The only time that cases are talked about and we don't use names is because maybe, and that's between the ministers. And that's mainly because they're seeking counsel and advice on, this came up and I'm not quite sure how to handle it. We prayed and things seem to be okay right now, but if it flares up again, what would you suggest? Mm-hmm. So we really tend not to use names, and we definitely keep everything under lock and key. It's really important to us that we stay HIPAA compliant. Yeah.
Now, what plans for the future do you have in store for Out of the Mire Ministries? How do you plan to expand, or what's the hope for the future?
So the hope for the future is to have hubs like every night of the week, or maybe some during the day, or whatever that looks like. We really want to have a variety of people. We don't want the groups to get too big. And this is what we always say, like, if we're supposed to be in community with one another, like the disciples were with Jesus, and then, they even broke everything down, then they were smaller groups. And the reason why is you can't be in relationship, like deep relationship with people, like 50 people in a week. It's really difficult.
Right.
I mean, I find it really difficult to be in deep relationship with 20 people within the week. Mm-hmm. So we really want to keep these hub groups small. So we're raising up leaders, and just really pulling on what God's called them to do, what he's put inside of them, and then have them start hubs so that we have lots of small groups. And we're hoping to have more groups for kids. That would be ultimately our future, because kids are important, and they definitely need an outlet to grow, not only in their spiritual giftings, but also to understand why they believe what they believe, or why their parents believe what they believe. And, they believe because their parents believe, but helping them grow into intimate relationship and understanding identity through that. So that's definitely mainly where we really want to grow, and hopefully more of this kind of stuff in the future. During COVID, we definitely, like everybody, went online, and I think it kind of pushed us into this place of uncomfortableness, because we weren't really set up. We didn't really have the equipment, but we said, sure, why not? Let's do this. And we got a lot of really great feedback. I mean, a lot of because we're already international as a ministry, we got to reach people that we don't normally get to reach through our hub nights, which I thought that was really cool. So we'll probably try to be doing more of that.
Okay. Now, how can people reach you to talk about, either counseling or getting involved with the hub groups,
Sure.
what is the best way that they can contact you?
The best way is to go to our website. That's ootmm.org or outofthemire.org. You can contact us. Our contact information is at the bottom of the page, but really if you're interested in certain ministries or whatever, there's always a form to fill out. I recommend that everybody who is interested in inner healing or pastoral counseling fill out the form, only because a lot of times we're really busy and there's not always somebody by the phone. So you'll probably get a faster response if you fill out one of the forms, because it goes directly to my email. And then from there, I disperse them out.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Danelle, for being with us on A Clarion Voice. And we want to let you know that in the future, we'll be having more spiritual leaders that I'm going to be interviewing for A Clarion Voice. And if you like this video, share it with someone and like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Mark Sobowitz with A Clarion Voice.